I've tried to get into this game on 5 separate occasions, and on 4 of those occasions I quit. But this time I'm finally hooked. Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn has quickly become something that I look forward to playing every day. Whether I'm going through the main story, grinding out dungeons, or leveling a second job, I'm always having fun. And while the story is still slower than ice melting in the winter, it starts to introduce some more interesting concepts and plot threads as we get closer to Heavensward, which is the first expansion in Final Fantasy XIV. But regardless of that, I want to talk about the moment I began loving this game and finally understood why some people play MMOs. So after nearly 5 days of in-game time, I thought I was ready to write this video, but at the last moment I remembered that I didn't start the Coil of Bahamut. So I decided to at least do turns 1 through 5, and luckily there was a party being formed for that purpose. We get through turns 1 through 4 pretty easily, but then we finally hit turn 5. And let's just say that most of us were not prepared for Twintania. First, we got a detailed explanation of the fight that left a lot of people confused, but luckily one of our tanks was able to explain each phase of the fight in simpler terms. Then we began this hour-and-a-half grind of taking down this boss. We conquered the first phase pretty easily, where one tank takes the attention of the boss and the second tank takes the ads, and we take out those ads as quickly as possible and fight the boss until it gets around 50%. Then we get to the second phase where the party has to stack and dodge Twintania as she swoops down to deal damage while fighting a couple of ads. And in the last phase we have to dodge mines 3 times and also defeat one last ad, and then we get to take out Twintania and there's no issue. In all honesty, this short description doesn't do the fight justice. It's a challenging fight that took us over 9 attempts to beat. But the fight itself isn't the moment that made me love this game, it's what happened afterwards. Seeing everyone in the chat box being so happy that we conquered this challenge reminded me of moments similar to when I defeated data bosses on critical mode in KH3 Remind, with me having to recognize certain attack patterns so I would be ready for them. But the difference in Final Fantasy XIV is that you do that but with many different people. And if one person messes up, the rest of the party could get wiped and have to start all over. It forces your party to have clear communication with people that could be real life friends, acquaintances that you meet online and that you'll probably never meet face to face, and lastly, like in my case, just a random group of people who have a shared goal that they want to complete, which has led me to think about how many people that I've played with throughout my time in A Realm Reborn, and have they gotten this feeling. Whether it was in Satasha, the first dungeon in the game, Ifrit, the first primal battle, Praetorium, the first full party dungeon, or even the Crystal Tower, which is the first alliance raid, or just like me completing turn 5 in the Coil of Bahamut, I think that's the feeling that we all chase while playing this game. The group of people that I beat turn 5 with won't be thinking about this by next week. To be honest, I won't be either, but every once in a while I'll look back at this moment as the time where I fell in love with Final Fantasy XIV and truly understood why some people get into MMOs. The sense of satisfaction that you can get only when you tackle a challenge and take down that challenge with others is something that I haven't felt in a very long time, and it's something I'm going to continue to chase within this game, because with this being the cherry to top off my experience with A Realm Reborn, I can't wait to jump into Heavensward and see what challenges and great moments are ahead of me. Also, hopefully I'll make a couple of friends and see some of you along the way. But with that being said, let me know down below what was the moment that made you love MMOs, and it doesn't have to be about Final Fantasy XIV. So if you want to see more videos like this one, I have plenty of them on my channel, or if you want to be ready to see my thoughts on Heavensward, Atelier Ryza 2, or Nier Replicant version 1.22 when I release those videos, subscribe and turn on notifications so you can be ready. But until next time, it's been Skips and I'm out.